morning and welcome. Whether you are here in the sanctuary, on Zoom, or out in the greater realms of existence, we are glad you are here. Please join in singing For the Earth Forever Turning, number 163. For the earth forever turning, for the skies, for every sea, for the lives, for all we cherish, sing we our joyful song of peace. For the mountains, hills, and pastures, in their silent majesty, for the stars, for all the heavens, sing we our joyful song of peace. For the sun, for rain and thunder, for the seasons' harmony, for our lives, for all creation, sing we our joyful praise to thee. For the world we raise our voices, for the home that gives us birth. In our joy we sing, returning home to our blue-green hills of earth. First chord. For the world we raise our voices, for the home that gives us birth. In our joy we sing, returning home to our blue-green hills of earth.
Good morning. Welcome to our Sunday service. If you are here in person, we're glad you made it. If you're participating online, we hope you are dry and safe. Our choir is with us today, along with percussionist Tom Voigt. I am Dan Myers, serving as worship associate today, along with Colette Kavanaugh. Today is a circle Sunday, when all ages are together. Our theme is our place in our universe, from Stardust to you and me. The mission of our congregation says, we come together to deepen our lives and be a force for healing in the world. Toward this end, we acknowledge that UUSS exists on the occupied ancestral territory of the Nisan, Southern Maidu, and Miwok people. We acknowledge that they are the past, current, and future caretakers of this land. As we seek to develop the beloved community, let this acknowledgement be a first step toward respect for Indigenous peoples' history, lives, and voices. Our weekly message comes out on email every Friday with announcements and a note from the minister. You can find it on our website. If you'd like to follow what's happening today with an order of service, a printed copy is on a table back by the doors, or you can click the link on Zoom. Our weekly blue sheet announcements is also on the back table and online. Our women's retreat is coming up on February 3rd through the 5th, and a slot has opened up. If you would like to come, please contact Reverend Lucy. If you are new to UUSS, we're glad you're here. Please fill out a newcomer's card, either by the link on our website or at the welcome table that we have out after the service, so we can connect with you. Today is a Soup Sunday, so after the service, go out left of the sanctuary and follow the signs down the hallway to the right. We welcome your free will donation for the soup. For those at home after the service, we have 12 minutes of conversation on Zoom in the breakout rooms. Here on campus, You can check out the connections table inside the sanctuary, inside the welcome hall, and you can enjoy coffee, tea, and conversation. Now is the time to turn off your cell phone to silent mode so we can all experience the service without distractions. Again, welcome. Now let us receive music for centering.
Good morning. Our chalice lighting words this morning come from Sean Trapp. Our chalice lighter will be Fletcher. Our chalice reminds us that the fire within ourselves is the same fire that illuminates the universe. It's our reminder that all is connected, even though the space of the void is vast, and our experience here is but a blip on the cosmic timeline. This flame is our promise that in our smallness and our short time on this earth, that we live intently and deeply with love for one another, with honesty and integrity, to be guided by rational thought and critical thinking, and with a sense of shared responsibility. For as the late astronomer Carl Sagan reminded us, this pale blue dot is the only home we've ever known.
Good morning. Good morning. If you're with us on Zoom or you're with us in the room, we're glad you're here. I'm Roger Jones. Happy to be here with you for this special service. And this is a circle service for all ages. We're together as a community of all ages. You see there's a crafts table over there. And thank you to our religious education coordinator, Crystal, for leading it and organizing it. And feel free to move about to either to go to the crafts table, or if you would rather be not close to the activity, you should feel free to move about to another part of the room. If you have a joy or a sorrow, a hope or a reason for gratitude to be lifted up in a service, or if you would just like to let Reverend Lucy and me know what is on your heart, you can find a link in the weekly message, or you can email us, or you can call the office by Friday. We have a few things to mention, and one is that this is the Lunar New Year in a number of East Asian countries and cultures. So let us extend our good wishes for health, happiness, and a sense of achievement for everyone. Blessings on this new year. And let our hearts and our compassion include the people who are grieving in Monterey Park, the town just east of Los Angeles, where the New Year's festival was marred by firearm violence, with at least 10 lives lost and 10 more injured yesterday. In a world where so many people in so many places are seeking peace and safety and dignity, let us extend our prayers for peace. Let us send our wishes for strength to all who need strength. Let us endeavor to do what we can to help, to encourage, to extend love. Our joys and sorrows include some sadness related to a companion animal. The Desberg family lets us know that they said goodbye. We said goodbye to our sweet dog, Lily. She was 15, and we loved her so much. And Deirdre, a member of our congregation, welcomes a new cat companion named Willa to the household. I invite you to join me, including at the crafts table, in taking a deep breath in to center ourselves in our bodies, taking a deep breath in and pausing and then letting it out deeply. And now let's do that again, and this time when we breathe out with a sigh. So in and pause and breathe out deeply. And now on a third time, in deeply, pausing and breathing out with a sigh full of your spirit. Now, in these next few moments, let us give thanks for the gift of life and the gift of this new day. Let us notice our connection to everyone who is with us at this moment, our connection to every member of the human family, our connection to every creature, to every living being. Let us take a few moments together now to recognize that we are held in the web of life as we let the breath of life into our bodies and out again. Let ourselves feel connected and held by the great mystery of the universe. Let ourselves feel connected by the spirit of life in these next moments of breathing together in silence. May peace be in our hearts and in our lives and in our world. And may love be our guide. Blessed be. Amen.
truth in our hearts is our guide. We are answering the call of love. Hands joined together as hearts beat as one. Emboldened by faith, we dare to proclaim we are answering the call of love. Sometimes we build a barrier to keep love tightly bound, corrupted by fear, unwilling to hear, denying the beauty we found. We are answering the call of love. Hands joined together as hearts beat as one. Emboldened by faith, we dare to proclaim we are answering the call of love. A bright new day is dawning, when love will not divide. Reflections of grace in every embrace, fulfilling the vision divine. We are answering the call of love. Hands joined together as hearts beat as one. Emboldened by faith, we dare to proclaim we are answering the call of love. We are answering the call of love. Hands joined together, hearts beat as one. Then by faith we dare to proclaim we are answering the call of love. We are answering the call of love.
Thank you, choir. That got me smiling. We're exploring the universe this morning, and our invocation comes from a marvelous little book that I can't recommend highly enough, called Journey of the Universe by Brian Thomas Swim and Mary Evelyn Tucker. We are the first generation to learn the comprehensive scientific dimensions of the universe story. We know that the observable universe emerged 13.7 billion years ago, and we now live on a planet orbiting our sun, one of the trillions of stars in one of the billions of galaxies in an unfolding universe that is profoundly creative and interconnected. With our empirical observations expanded by modern science, we are now realizing that our universe is a single immense energy event that began as a tiny speck that is unfolded over time to become galaxies and stars, palms and pelicans, the music of Bach, and each of us alive today. The great discovery of contemporary science is that the universe is not simply a place, but a story in which we are immersed, a story to which we belong, and out of which we arose. This story has the power to awaken us more deeply to who we are. For just as the Milky Way is the universe in the form of a galaxy, and an orchid is the universe in the form of a flower, We are the universe in the form of a human. And every time we are drawn to look up into the night sky and reflect on the awesome beauty of the universe, we are actually the universe reflecting on itself. This changes everything. Now we're going to take a little look at our universe. Don't forget to turn off the lights on the chancel, please, tech team.
This trick to get gas for a penny is going to get banned in the US. This
Out of the stars in their flight, out of the dust of eternity, here have we come, stardust and sunlight mingling through time and through space.
Out of the stars, here we come, up from time. Out of the stars, have we come.
Time out of time, before time, in the vastness of space. Earth spun to orbit the sun. Earth, with the thunder of mountains newborn, the boiling of seas.
Earth, warmed by sun, lit by sunlight, this is our home. Out of the stars have we come.
Mystery hidden in mystery, back through all time, mystery rising from rocks in the storm and the sea.
Out of the stars, rising from rocks and the sea, kindled by sunlight on earth arose life.
Ponder this thing in your heart. Life up from sea, eyes to behold, throats to sing, mates to love.
Life from the sea, warmed by sun, washed by rain, life from within, giving birth, rose to love.
This is the wonder of time. This is the marvel of space. Out of the stars swung the earth. Life upon earth rose to love.
This is the marvel of life, rising to see and to know. Out of your heart, cry wonder, sing that we live.
invite Jack up and invite the lights to be up. Hi, Jack. Jack is part of our congregation. He's the son of Catherine and Brian and the younger brother of Daniel. And we're going to be talking about astronomy, which is his passion. So, Jack, how did you get interested in astronomy to begin with?
So, the first part when I got into astronomy is when my dad showed me his favorite star.
When your dad told you his favorite star, and which is what?
Betelgeuse.
And what age were you?
Like 4 or 3.
3 or 4. And his mother, Catherine, said that since the time he started talking, he was looking for the moon, and that they would go outside and say good night to the moon. Is that right? So what is your favorite phase of the moon?
A crescent.
Crescent moon. And what do you like about it?
Well, it's like it's cut in half. Like one piece is gone and the other is alive.
And Jack, what is your favorite star?
Betelgeuse.
And what can you tell me about Betelgeuse?
Betelgeuse is gonna do a supernova in like 2,000 years.
And what constellation is it in? What constellation is it in?
The shoulder of Orion.
And what is going to happen to the star Betelgeuse?
It's going to explode, and it's going to have a pretty explosion that's not going to harm Earth.
It's not going to harm us. When is it going to happen?
We do not know yet.
And why won't it harm us?
Because it is too far away.
Too far away. But we'll still be able to see it?
Yes.
Okay. And Jack, what do you hope to do when you are an adult?
Go to the moon.
To the moon? What about Mars?
Sure. Yes.
You told me Mars the other day. And do you want to do that as a civilian or?
Astronaut.
So as we were talking, Jack was doing a Rubik's Cube. It took him about 9 seconds to do one side. So I want to ask you to tell me about black holes.
A black hole is an explosion of a star inside of a nebula or supernebula that isn't death from a star.
And what does a black hole do?
A black hole can suck up anything, even light cannot escape.
And what's on the other side of a black hole?
We do not know.
How come?
No one's ever been to a black hole before.
Okay.
It's too dangerous.
And you told me that when a star explodes, it becomes either a black hole or a...
Neutron star.
And what is that?
A neutron star is the star that has 2 streams of light coming out, and it's spinning faster than a tornado.
Wow. So you told me that scientists found something just outside of our solar system. Would you tell me about that?
Oh, an exoplanet.
Yeah, tell me about the exoplanet.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, you told me it was very similar to Earth, and it has its own sun, and has... What else does it have?
Clouds, land, and water.
So what might be possible?
Life.
And what's the name of this exoplanet?
We do not know. Yeah, Kepler.
Okay. Jack, what is one thing that you would like everyone to know?
galaxy Andromeda is gonna engulf the Milky Way and turn into a bigger galaxy.
That's our galaxy, right? The Milky Way? It's going to be eaten by another galaxy?
That's bigger.
That's bigger. And should we worry about that?
Well, not really, because we'll all be dead when it happens.
Okay, good. That's a relief. So I have one more question, Jack. When you study the universe and the stars and the moon, how does it make you feel?
Happy.
And does it make you feel bigger or smaller?
Smaller.
And that's in a good way, is that what you said?
Yes.
And why is that in a good way?
Because the universe is bigger, but smaller.
And what does it feel like to you?
Good.
You said it feels like you're floating on a swing in the night sky, like floating toward the sky.
Like when I'm on a swing in the night sky and I look up and I go up high, it feels like I'm floating to the stars.
So it feels like you're floating on a swing in the night sky, like floating to the stars. Anything else to add? All right, thank you, Jack.
In our exploration of the interconnectedness of the web of life and non-life that we are all experiencing, let us sing that we celebrate the web of life, number 175. We celebrate the web of life, its magnitude we sing, for we can see divinity in every living thing. A fragment of the perfect whole in cactus and in quail, as much in tiny barnacle as in the great blue whale. Of ancient dreams we are the sum, our bones link stone to star, and bind our future worlds to come with worlds that were and are. Respect the water, land, and air which gave all creatures birth. Protect the lives of all that share the glory of the earth.
Looks pretty fun over there at that crafts table. You're going to have fun a little later on in the service too, so hold on. For most of our existence, humans thought that our Earth was the center of the known universe. One of the most significant discoveries in scientific history was that the Earth was not at the center. And you probably remember the church's response to that idea. The sun did not orbit the Earth, but rather the Earth orbited the sun. Further discoveries revealed that the sun was not the center either. The sun orbited the Milky Way galaxy. But that's not the end of the story. More recently, scientists have realized that there are more than 100 million galaxies in the known universe, and that each of these are parts of clusters that move in concert with each other. Just like we heard Jack telling us that our Milky Way was going to be connected with a larger galaxy sometime in the future. In their book, The Journey of the Universe, Brian Swim and Mary Tucker describe the universe as a story. They say that this story has the power to awaken us more deeply to who we are. What is our place in this grand and amazing universe? First of all, we are a miracle. Earth is a miracle. Life is a miracle. A 1 in a billion chance of happening. Out of the creative forces of the universe, the churning, swirling, spiraling energy of matter, came our planet, orbiting around a minor sun. And from our planet came the forces that taught themselves how to harness the power of the sun through photosynthesis, an amazing process that plants do to allow themselves to grow and allow animals to grow and thrive by eating plants. And out of that miracle came us. So if this story has the power to awaken us more deeply to who we are, who are we? Carl Sagan was one of the most famous astronomers in the 20th century and taught many of us the mysteries of the universe through his television show Cosmos. Sagan said, "The universe is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself." Very poetic, but scientifically accurate. We are indeed made of star stuff. Most of the atoms in our body were formed inside of stars. Supernova and neutron star collisions. We heard about those from Jack. Thank you, Jack, for teaching us about those. Our Earth was formed in this same way. Over billions of years, it evolved, and it is still evolving. I have to admit, I find this all a little difficult to take in. It feels so large. Astronomers and physicists are often some of the most spiritual people you will find. You can't engage with these concepts fully with just your rational mind. Perhaps part of this challenge of relating to our place in the universe is the simple immensity of the universe. How can you feel connected to something so vast? One of our current UU principles is the respect for the interdependent web of all existence, of which we are a part. And in preparing for this service, I realized that I actually had a visual on this web, but it really only extended sort of out to the atmosphere of the Earth. I limited it in that way. I knew that we were made of star stuff, but I didn't consider that we were still in relationship with that star stuff, in relationship with the universe. I need to rethink this. This interdependence expands out to the entire universe, for the gravitational fields of the Earth are linked to the sun and the other planets. And the sun is linked to our galaxy, and those galaxies are linked to other galaxies, like the one that you can see on the screen behind me. Neil deGrasse Tyson, the astronomer who followed in Sagan's footsteps, said, "We're all connected to each other biologically, to the Earth chemically, and to the rest of the universe atomically." He said, "That's kind of cool. It makes me smile, and I actually feel quite large at the end of that. It's not that we are better than the universe. We are a part of the universe. We are the universe, and the universe is us." His words made me realize that reflecting on our place in the universe can make us proud and humble at the same time. Proud, as deGrasse Tyson is, that We are a part of something so amazing and humble because we are just one part of this immense interconnected whole. So I think I'm going to look at the sky a little differently going forward. When I see a star, I won't think it's a separate entity way up there in the sky, but a part of me, perhaps even a relative. Hey, cousin, I hope you're doing well. Thank your ancestors for me for creating the dust that became my planet and became me. When I look at those amazing pictures from the James Webb Telescope, I can say, this is where I come from. This is what I am. So may it be.
The mission of this congregation says, we come together to deepen our lives and be a force for healing in the world. We live this mission in many ways, including by the practice of generosity. We share half of every Sunday's offering with an organization that is working to heal the world, 12 of them every year, and our community partner for January is the Black Child Legacy Campaign. It's a community-driven movement established to reduce deaths of African American children in Sacramento County. They target 4 issue areas, including deaths related to perinatal conditions, infant sleep-related deaths, homicide related to child abuse and neglect, and third-party homicide. Their programs target 7 neighborhoods, here Arden Arcade, as well as Del Paso Heights, North Sacramento, Foothill Farms, North Highlands, Fruit Ridge, Meadowview, Oak Park, and Valley High. And you can find out more at their website. We hope you will give generously in support of this important organization in our shared offering. And on the slide, you can see the ways that you may contribute electronically or by mailing in a check here to UUSS. And you can even text a donation from your seat or from your home. And the information is posted in the chat on Zoom. Thank you for your generosity. Our offering will now be given and received.
Whenever life gets you down, Mrs. Brown, and things seem hard or tough, and people are stupid, obnoxious, or daft, and you feel you've had quite enough, just remember that you're standing on a planet that's evolving and revolving at 9 million miles an hour. That's orbiting at 19 miles a second, so it's reckoned a sun that is the source of all our power. The sun and you and me and all the stars that we can see are moving at 1 million miles a day in an outer spiral arm at 40,000 miles an hour of the galaxy we call the Milky Way. Our galaxy itself contains 100 billion stars. It's 100,000 light years side to side. It bulges in the middle, 16,000 light years thick, but out by us it's just 1,000 light years wide. We're 30,000 light years from galactic central point. We go round every 200 million years. And our galaxy is only one of millions of billions in this amazing and expanding universe. universe itself keeps on expanding and expanding in all of the directions it can whiz. As fast as it can go, the speed of light, 12 million miles a minute, and that's the fastest speed there is. So remember, when you're feeling very small and insecure, how amazing and unlikely is your birth. And pray that there's intelligent life somewhere up in space, 'cause there's bugger all of it here down on Earth.
It was very moving, Anthony. As our ushers bring forward our offering, please join with me in the words on the slide for our unison response. May generosity bless our world. May gratitude nourish our spirits. This reading comes from the Reverend Victoria Safford, a UU minister who has served congregations in Massachusetts and Minnesota, and it's entitled, "What Song?" What if there were a universe, a cosmos that began in shining blackness, out of nothing, out of fire, out of a single silent breath, and into it came billions and billions of stars, stars beyond imagining, and near one of them a world, a blue-green world so beautiful that learned clergymen could not even speak about it cogently. And brilliant scientists, in trying to describe it, began to sound like poets, with their physics, with their mathematics, their empirical, impressionistic musing. What if there were a universe in which a world was born out of a smallish star, and into that world, at some point, flew red-winged blackbirds, and into it swam sperm whales, and into it came crocuses, and wind to lift the tiniest hairs on naked arms in spring when you run out to the mailbox. And into it, at some point, came onions out of soil, and came Mount Everest, and also the coyote we've been seeing in the woods about a mile from here, just after sunrise in these mornings when the moon is full. The very scent of him makes his brother, our dog, insane with fear and joy and ancient inbred memory. Into that world came animals and elements and plants and imagination, the mind and the mind's eye. If such a universe existed and you noticed it, what would you do? What song would come out of your mouth? What prayer, what praises, what sacred offering? What whirling dance, what religion, and what reverential gesture would you make to greet that world every single day that you were in it?
We've heard many readings today telling us that the universe is a story or a song or a creative force that brings forth all manner of things, including us. So let's celebrate the universe this morning by another form of creative expression, painting. Here at the front, we have 2 boards that are covered with watercolor paper, and we have watercolor pens with which to draw. Together, all of us are going to paint a picture of the universe. We're going to ask you to make 2 lines around the back and come up the sides. Take a pen from one of our assistant astronomers in training and paint some aspect of the universe. It could be a star or a flower, a spiral galaxy, an atom, or an elephant. Now, I know you are all amazing artists, but we're going to have to limit you and your art to just one thing today, just a few strokes of the pen, so that all may participate before the soup gets cold. There should be room for at least 3 of you at each of the boards as you draw. You can paint at the same time. Hand your pen when you're done to the assistant astronomer on one side of the board. I also, this is very, very important, I want to give you full permission to add something to something that someone else has drawn. We are co-creating the universe together. It has many intersections and connections. So if you see a swirly thing that looks cool, you can draw a big arrow or put a star in it or do whatever you want to make our universe rich and full. So at my signal, I'm going to ask you to head down through the center and around the sides. And then when you've completed, please come back down through the center so that we're not trying to pass each other on both sides of the sanctuary. Let us begin. As the last of our artists finish up their renderings, let's settle down and prepare ourselves for a blessing. I'm going to wait for Anthony to be done because he's going to do the thing after me. Thank you all so much for contributing. I wish the pens had been a little darker, so I appreciate very much your good spirit in that. So let's honor ourselves, our time together, and the drawings that we've created with this Elemental Blessing by Stacy Elza. May your kindness abound like hydrogen, which fuels every star and is the most plentiful element in the universe. May your generosity refresh like oxygen, which burns in every candle flame, falls in every raindrop, and is exhaled in the great slow sigh of every forest. May your love endure like bismuth, which could radiate energy for 20 billion years and only be half depleted, but whose iridescent crystals are safe enough to hold. And may your strength persist like carbon, which has enabled all life our solar system knows, has known, or will ever know. From Diplodocus to dandelions, from blue-green algae to blue whales, and from the katydids that cling to the branches and chirp through the night, to the kale that clings to life aboard the International Space Station and hurtles through the silent, endless night of outer space. Blessed be.
That home of ours hurling through space, our blue boat home, if you will. Let's celebrate it. Though below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor nor port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, the pilgrim souls, making our way by the light of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor nor port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
This flame, the flame of our chalice, but we carry the light, love, and commitment of this gathering into the days to come.
And now let us reach out to one another, reach out to those of our community who are on Zoom, and share in these words of benediction. Please repeat after me. May faith in the spirit of life
May faith in the Spirit of life,
hope for the community of earth, and love of the sacred in ourselves and one another, be ours now and in all the days to come. And celebrate the universe.